people with us, well, including us. we have a third.
We have a third human being.
We do. Everyone,
Why?
This is Daviana. Hello, Daviana.
Hello.
Daviana is in her third year at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, beautiful San Luis Obispo. Do you enjoy living there?
I love it.
Great little town.
Yes, it's awesome.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, we are excited because Daviana is going to be our Gutsy Presenter Guinea Pig today.
Yeah, this is our first Gutsy Presenter Guinea Pig episode. And we say guinea pig again fondly. It's a very flattering title, Daviana, to be a guinea pig and to be the first guinea pig on Gutsy Presenters, particularly good. The conversation with her was great. I said, do you want to be coached by us and then have that recorded and put out in front of 1,000 people? And she was like, that's awesome. Yes.
Happy to have you.
Happy to be here.
Let's do this. I'm excited.
All right. So Daviana, we're going to ask you to present for about 30 seconds or so.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, Jennifer and I are going to watch and we're going to assess and things like that. And then we may stop you at some point in a kind way, not too rudely, and give you some coaching. Just figure out where is there an opportunity for you to make an improvement in your speaking. So before you go, do you have any questions?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. When you're ready.
Okay. Whew. Okay. I'm just going to start off by saying that I'm going to talk about the origin of my name to both of you. So as you both know, my name is Daviana, as you can see. And when I went to go ask my mom where my name came from, because it's not a common name at all, I'm sure neither of you have heard the name Daviana before. She started telling me a story about her and her brother and how close they were growing up and pretty much throughout his whole life. You know, they would go on adventures together. They would hang out all the time. They were basically best friends. And later down his life, he started becoming very ill and actually had a brain aneurysm and slipped into a coma. And when he passed away, I was about to be born a few years later, and my mom wanted to commemorate him in a special way so that everyone would keep David in their hearts. Yeah. So she combined his name, David, and then his daughter, my cousin, her name is Anna, combined the two just to create Daviana. And I feel like that's awesome to carry around with me. It's a really special name. And I get to keep David's namesake alive.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Jennifer, I was not expecting.
Nope.
That hit me hard. That was so beautiful.
This is the power of storytelling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It is. Daviana, I love this. I love that you shared this private, personal story with us, because this is how we build a connection with our audience. And Scott and I will never forget that story. We will always remember how your beautiful name came about.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cool story to tell people. I tell it to a lot of people that ask what my name is. Some people think it's Italian. I'm like, nope, it's made up.
Oh, it's so special though. Scott, such a beautiful example of storytelling.
Yes. Yeah. It's to start like this is just perfect, because this is what speaking is all about. It's not about these slides and academic stuff. It's about moving people. And so you were able to move us. You should feel really good about that. Can I give you some feedback?
Of course, go ahead.
Okay. Here's what I loved. When you told that story, your face became very expressive. You know, and since you're our summer intern, I've seen you talk before. And I would say, I would love to see more of that kind of facial expression in all your talking.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah. It's interesting how people tend to change from when they're just talking to when they're presenting. But I want you to wipe out those concepts and say, it's all talking.
Okay.
Why not be the best of you anytime you demand that of yourself.
So this is what happens when we are presenting and we're speaking about something that means a lot to us, or it's something that excites us. Daviana, you showed this. Your facial expression, it was natural, it was friendly, it was inviting. And that's what happens when we speak about something personal or that means a lot to us. So I love this for our viewers, because when we are giving a presentation, when we're able to identify what excites me about this content, this is what happens. Everything changes with how we deliver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really nice.
And then study that. I mean, once you say, oh, okay, I know what it's like. I'm aware that my face is alive here. Can I demand that of myself in other contexts?
Okay.
Does that make sense? So that whether you're telling a story or not, having that facial expression is just wonderful. It's so much rapport.
Okay.
Now, let me give you a critique. You said at the beginning of this, before I start, I just want to tell you I'm going to tell you the origin of my name.
Okay.
Do you know why? I don't know. I'll throw it out to both you and Jennifer. Why do we feel the need to say that? Because I'm wondering, would the experience have been different for us if you just jumped into it?
Possibly, because I mean, I told you what my topic, what I was probably going to do for it, but I didn't tell Jen.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I just jumped into it, it would have been kind of more surprising for her, instead of me just being like, oh, by the way, I'm talking about this.
Surprising in a good way?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Jennifer, what do you think?
I feel when presenters try to set up the scene, exactly, Daviana, as you did, I feel it's a safety net for the presenter. They're kind of buying time, especially if they're a little nervous, because as soon as we told you to go, do you remember the sound that you made? I'm glad this is recorded because you're going to get to watch this. Do you remember the sound you made? It was this, oh my gosh, okay. And then the first thing out of your mouth was, and then you set us up. Today, I'm going to talk with you or tell you about. So exactly what Scott was just mentioning. Go right into it.
Okay.
No, fear. I'm fearful. Or it's today, or however you're going to start it. I'm often asked the origin behind my name.
Yeah.
It's a more powerful opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is so instructive for all our viewers, because it is, I've heard it said, take a virtual takeoff, not a long taxi ride down the runway. Just take off like a rocket. It's not appropriate in all contexts, but people's time is valuable. Listeners want to be wowed in a way. And I feel that people feel like, let me tell you the agenda today. Let me give you all, the preview of coming attractions. And it's like, I don't want to see a preview. Let's get to the show.
Yeah, let's get to it.
So with that in mind, I want you to do this again.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There she goes. But this time, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get you to say, just start from the top. I may not have you go through the whole thing again, but just start from the top. This time, no context. Just kind of go into the story.
Just give us the first two sentences.
Yeah. One more thing, though. Okay, and I'm expecting that great expressive facial expression. One more thing I want you to do before you start, if you would. So sit up tall for me a little bit. Get yourself out of the pocket of the chair. Can you lean forward a little bit so you're sort of in this forward mode? Perfect. All right. So we just want the first 2 or 3 sentences from the top of the story, expressive face, and just launch like a rocket.
Okay.
Okay. If you need to take a breath, that's fine.
He's like, remember what I said.
Don't try and it's not the perfect script we're looking at.
Right.
Just think of the story.
My name is Daviana, and when I went to go ask my mom the origin of my name, because it's obviously not a really common name, she started telling me about her and her brother David and all the stuff they would do together. You know, they would go on adventures together. They would always hang out. They would do everything together. They were inseparable.
Okay, you can stop.
Okay.
Jennifer, what do you think?
Daviana, how did that feel for you?
I don't know. It felt like I was a little bit more confident, maybe. I don't know if it seemed like that, but it felt a little bit more better in my head.
No. In return for doing this, I want to give you a chance to give a plug for a nonprofit of your choice.
Okay.
So who would you like to share with our listening audience? What nonprofit would you like them to know about and maybe even contribute to?
Right. There's a little business, I guess you would call it, in Half Moon Bay, California, which is in the Bay Area. Mm-hmm. And it's called No Strings Attached. And basically what they do is they take donations from anywhere, clothes, food, money, CDs, picture frames, literally anything. And they basically give all this stuff to the people that come in who don't have as much stuff as we do. Yep. And they can get a free meal, they can get clothes, they can get whatever. And it's just a good way for the people that are less fortunate than us to have access to this stuff. And every time that I'm in the Bay Area and I have enough time to do this, I go and volunteer there with whatever they need. I've helped cook food, I've helped organize stuff, brought people to their tables, stuff like that. I think it's a great thing they're doing.
Yeah.
What's the name, Daviana, again?
No strings attached.
No strings attached.
Yeah, and we'll put the URL down below as well. So people
wonderful.
Can visit the website. All right. Thank you. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. And
so fun.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll look forward to another episode of Gutsy Presenter next week. And we may not do the Gutsy Presenter Guinea Pig thing. Our plan is to do it every other week. So you'll get our regular format where we'll go into a topic and discuss and coach and offer tips and techniques and things like that. So thank you for your time, you guys. Everybody did a great job. Have a good week.
See you next time.